G'day guys, welcome back to Down Under Dubs. On this video, I was cruising along the other day, started making a strange sound from the back and I was thinking, what the hell's that? Coming from the engine bay. Anyway, long story short, the foam seal that goes in your, that divides the tinware to your engine for the cooling, it all disintegrated, or it started disintegrating, and yeah, it's sort of fallen back into the fan in the back, and it just a few bits had pulled in and was making a bit of a weird humming noise. So anyway, I pulled it apart, and as things do when you're working on these cars, you know, things escalate. So anyway, I'll spin you around and I'll show you what we've got going on. So I got in there and started pulling things apart. Got all that fan out in the alternator and stuff and all the things you do, and then I started looking around. Like, you know, you can see that that thing, that seal, that foam seal, that's been in there for probably, like, you know, a fair old while, and they're just, to be fair, they're shit. I reckon they actually, it should just be like the old school, the earlier ones that were rubber, but no, they're not. They're foam. So yeah, I'm gonna have to replace that. So that's easy. That's an easy job. But I thought, you know what? I'm looking around and it's pretty dirty in there. It's, you know, I've been driving it hard for 5 or 6 years, and you know, maybe it's time just to bite the bullet, pull it out, clean it up. And I thought, while I'm there, let's get rid of this horrible black engine bay that's sort of dark, and you know, let's actually do it the body colour and make this thing where it should be. The rest of the bus is in a pretty high standard, in my opinion, so I think really I should be doing the same in here. So, you know, the dream would be to whack a couple of twin carbies on it. Yeah, you know, that might happen in the future. For now, I've got just the single carb. I'll probably just end up going with that and put it in the back. But I want to tidy some stuff up, you know, maybe get some new pulleys and just some little bits, bolt-on bits like I did to the Beetle. And, you know, just dress it up a bit, make it look nice. While I've got it out, clean that engine bay up. And yeah, I'm going to repaint it. I'll paint it the body colour and just do it. Once it's out, do it, you know. And do it right. So then it's just done. Then I don't have to worry about it again. So, and then we'll slap the motor back in, and hopefully all things will be pretty good. So that's the plan. Stick around. Enough talking. We'll get into it. Right guys, everything's unbolted, de-wired, fuel lines off, vacuum lines, so pretty much ready to come out with the tinware out and all that sort of stuff. So got 2 bolts to undo, and we'll drop this engine out. So there you go, that big engine bay, a little bit bigger than the Beetle engine bay, I can tell you that. Heaps easier to feed that motor out without all that tinware and stuff on there. So I want all that black, I did that years ago, was just to tidy it up from the original colour that was in there, which was like this kind of light bluey green colour. Don't actually know the colour of it. I was going to say someone comment on the colour, but there's no colour to even refer to, but I'll try and find a bit. There's some under the body under there I'll find, and maybe someone can comment down in the comments what the colour actually is. But yeah, anyway, that's going to get painted body colour, and I think that should look bloody really good. This is the remnants of that bloody that seal. You can see she's disintegrated like no tomorrow. It was actually everywhere. I actually am lucky I pulled the engine out, to be fair, because it was all through the engine fins, all the all through the tin wear, should I say, and like in the fins of like the where the barrels are. Here's the engine. So yeah, it was kind of all stuck down in here. You can see there's still bits down there as well. So it really, I probably had to pull it out anyway because it was starting to affect the cooling. I was kind of wondering why it was running so hot. Right guys, so here I thought while I've got this engine out, it was the appropriate time to strip this thing apart, and I always had the intentions of taking these pushrod tubes off. As you can see, I was running the MP style pushrod tubes, which are the adjustable ones. I did this years ago, as I wasn't confident enough to actually take those the heads off at the time. However, things have changed now, and I sort of got a fair idea of what I'm doing. So I opted to go for what I did with the Beetle engine, and I'm running the stainless steel scat pushrod tubes. So as you can see, I'm stripping down most of the engine light is the way of taking off the heads, having a bit of a look at it, checking it out, and just making sure it's all sweet. Yeah, putting the new pushrod tubes in with new seals. And just going through it, re-torquing everything down, making sure everything's tight, and yeah, it's always nice to sort of go through the engine and make sure you do all your torque specs and set all those right. Went through here, rockers back on, readjusted all those, and yeah, set the tappets and whatnot, and yeah, happy days. It's come out pretty good. So here, this engine's pretty much complete. It was just a case of putting a new rear mainsail on and slapping this thing back together. And then, yeah, soon followed was just putting all the tinware back on and just buttoning this thing up and getting it ready to go back in the car. Right, so all that paintwork's all done. I decided to do that off camera just because spraying 2K, you know, around with a good camera, I don't want to really get, you know, any overspray on it. So I just decided to hook in and get it done. Yeah, so I got in there, painted all that engine bay up. That was a fair old mission actually, to be honest. Just trying to, it's tight space getting in there, and was trying to decide how I was going to do it really. Just sort of, you know, get inside and paint it, or sort of from the outside. I did a bit of both, and it seemed to work, so that's okay. All the tinware, that's all done. Pretty happy how that's come out. Again, good old 2K aerosol doing the job. So yeah, you know, just when you're spraying it at home, obviously you've got to be, you know, a little bit careful where you're actually spraying it, you know, around any other cars or anything else, so you can contain your overspray. But yeah, it was all good. Been doing this for a little bit, so sort of know the way to sort of get around that. Anyway, happy days. As you can see straight away, body colour matched. Looks like it should be. It looks bloody brilliant. And I'm not going to lie, it's not, by no means is it perfect, but hey, end of the day, you're probably going to be looking at it from that angle there. But you know, it's actually come up pretty good. Just a bit of the old 2K in the can, in the aerosol can, just got in there and sprayed all that. So it's got quite a nice sort of gloss to it. Put all the battery in that back in the wiring, that's sort of just tucked in there for now. That's going to, I'll tidy all that up once this motor's back in. But yeah, as you can see, it's come up a treat. Right, so I've just tucked that engine under there. Wasn't too bad. I just jacked it up a little bit and just sort of got it on the ground, tilted it over and sort of slid it under. A little bit tricky with that carpet there, actually, it's a bit annoying, but it was just the concrete would have been sweet. But anyway, I've just got to get that back under the jack. Well, get the jack back under that motor, shall I say, and jack her up into place and get it back on the, get it bolted back up. We'll be cruising before we know it. guys, we've got that motor stabbed in there now. Put those bolts on, bolted up. I'm just bolting up this cross member down the bottom to get that all sorted out, and then we're going to start sort of chipping away, putting all the tinware back in there. Fuel lines, vacuum lines, a little bit of wiring, and I've got to go through, remember, do the oil, and I'll check the tappets as well, adjust those while we're there, but we're getting close. Getting real close. We'll swing around and show you what we've got going on here. He's all buttoned up, everything's back on there. All I've got to do now is get my engine to body seal back in there, considering that was the first thing that sort of started this whole thing off. So new one of those. I'm going to do the tappets, put some oil in it, and then we're going to kick this in the guts, fire it up, and see if I put it back together properly. How good. Rightio guys, the time has come, and it's time to we'll kick this thing in the guts, and we'll start her up and see if it's going to start up. I've been charging the battery, oil's in, filled up the oil, so that's all good. Yeah, obviously still waiting on my engine seal, so that'll be next week, but I can fire it up and see if this thing's going to run, make sure I've got it all back together properly, and we should be on. So we'll whack this camera on a stand. We'll jump in the bus and we'll fire it up and see what happens. Let's see what happens. Fire on the hole. Don't know if we're gonna have enough battery power. Oh, I might do. Oh, she's weak. She's very weak. Right, yeah, so my battery is obviously pretty flat because it's just been out on the bench for the last month. Maybe I should have charged it. Could have been a good idea. But anyway, might have to get a little bit more. Might get the old jumper leads on it and just see if we can jump start it that way. Gee, it looks good though. Happy with that. Been the longest I haven't, well, no, I lie. Since I've had it on the road, it's the longest I've had it off the road and I haven't driven it for. So it's been a month since I haven't driven it. I normally drive this thing every week. Because, you know, that's just what I love doing. Beetles out there, get some sun. Just been ripping around that all morning, so that's been pretty cool. Running the errands on the Sunday. But anyway, team, we'll leave you there. We'll do a little outro of this firing up and cruising off. And yeah, with that being said, we'll leave you guys there. Thank you very much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share these videos if you enjoyed them. And we'll catch you guys on the next episode. You!